Hey everybody, this is Tim Janis. Welcome to my channel, Me and the Mountains. I try to give you some of my thoughts from living a slow, quiet life in the mountains and reflecting a lot. Maybe it's helpful, but if my advice isn't helpful, I hope your advice in the comments or your ideas that you share will be helpful to all of those here. It's fun to be in a community that reaches worldwide, and I am grateful you're here. So, I have a great topic for tonight, and I'm hoping you'll leave a comment after I tell you what it is. Here it goes. Let's go fly a kite. Whoa. Let's go fly a kite. What do you think of that? Well, you're probably like, not a bad idea. Well, what do you imagine when you hear that? And I think you imagine like this moment of time when you're just doing something fun and beautiful, and you're kind of like time is standing still. That's what it means to me. It's kind of idyllic. So I'm going to tell you my let's go fly a kite moments. I think if I wanted to, I could fill up a book with them. So I just pulled a few, and I'd love for you to share in the comments your let's go fly a kite moments. Maybe it's from the movie, I don't know. But anyway, so the first one I'd like to say is, and again, I think these are just special moments where time stood still. I remember once when I was very, very young, junior high school or something, I was going to go away to a military school. That's where I went. And I remember I was fishing in a place called Watch Hill. And I just remember thinking, you know what? I want to come back here, after whatever it's going to be, because I was seriously nervous. But it was just this beautiful day by the ocean. I wasn't catching anything, but I loved the waves and the sea and the ocean. And, so it was just one of those moments that, why do I remember that moment? It was nothing, it was just a day by the seashore, but I did. And I think it was one of those moments. That was number one. Number two, here's another one. So a lot of you know that I write music, and before I met Elizabeth, I used to go by myself to the beach at Fort Myers in Florida right around after Christmas. And I'd stay at a very inexpensive hotel, and I would bring like a waffle iron and my keyboards, and I would just look at the ocean, write music, and swim a little, write music, but it was another one of those times where another one of those times where time stood still, and it was just very peaceful and quiet, and I could still reflect on that. And another one of these let's go fly a kite moments is, and there's so many, okay, I don't mean to single out anyone, but here where we live in Colorado, in the Rocky Mountains, there's a beautiful river that runs by our place. And many times I've been down there, and the water, it rushes down. One of the things about these mountain streams, they might be 5 feet wide, but sometimes you can't cross them. It's just, and it's so beautiful and cold. And I like to go swimming in them, and it's just so amazing. And so you're standing by this stream in the middle of the Rocky Mountains, and it's kind of transforming. It's just beautiful. And then number four, another one, being in the redwoods. Elizabeth and I have stayed there recently, and there's something just so transformative about the redwoods, so cozy. Again, time seems to stand still. Like you'll wake up in the morning and you don't have to get up with the sun. The sun might come through the trees a little bit, but it's very quiet, and you feel protected, and it's beautiful. And I think it's another one of those let's go fly a kite moments where time stands still. And, those are moments you're just going to remember, maybe during times where you're a little more busy, and you're just like, oh man, I could just go back to that moment in my mind. And then there's one moment I remember, I went to this school in New Hampshire, and I was working. I used to work as a dishwasher. So I did a lot of that sort of work to save for my recording studio. And I remember I was with a group of good friends, and we just were standing there, and we were working at a function, and we're like, you know what? Let's just stand here together and remember this moment. a night with your buddies, doing your job, but it was pretty out, and you just said, let's remember this moment. And sometimes you can do that in life if you're with someone, you know, special, or in a place that's special, like I said back when I was along the ocean, and you're just like, this moment's important, and you remember it for the rest of your life. So those are the let's go fly a kite moments. I think this might be one out here in this beautiful sunset in the Rocky Mountains. Anyway, I wish those moments for you guys. Leave any moments you want to share in the comments. I'd love to hear them. I think sometimes I'm hoping that when we share those special moments that they might give us ideas, like maybe you'll say, I want to go to the Redwoods, or, you know, look at a sunset with someone I love and just say, yeah, this is, I want to remember this one. I feel like those moments make up our lives. So I love you guys. Peace. Thanks for watching. Leave some comments.